So by doing this, they did exactly the opposite of what they were trying to do. They were trying to silence people. Instead, I mean, a lot of these people who have actually filed now are doing that by themselves, pro se, which is amazing. I'm not able to do that. I don't have the means to do that. I don't have a legal background.
What if I told you one of Hollywood's most loved couples may have tried to hand Vancouver a $37.5 million incentive, not for charity, but to crush one paparazzo? This isn't a rom-com, it's a legal thriller. We've got the alleged letter from Ryan Reynolds himself saying, "I could film anywhere, but I chose you." But what was the real cost? And why do travel records make his story look like a bad Deadpool blooper? Stick around, you're not gonna believe who ends up looking like the villain here. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great! Thank you so much. Now, back to the video.
Email addresses, backup email addresses and phone numbers and home addresses. And then she explains that this is nothing to do with that. This is about SH and retaliation lawsuit against Justin Baldoni about them underestimating us. So now there's been 3 more filings from content creators that just hit the docket last night that are not in line in the narrative that Blake Lively has been painting. And I just love to watch this happen in real time.
So here's the weird part. Why would Ryan Reynolds, who could film anywhere from New York to New Zealand, allegedly put $37.5 million on the table for Vancouver? Was this about pride in his hometown, or was it about getting something a little more personal in return? The number wasn't random. It was tied to the production of Deadpool, a movie all about a smart-mouthed anti-hero who doesn't exactly play by the rules. And in 2015, the city was buzzing. Film crews hauling equipment through downtown, coffee shops packed with stunt coordinators, and everyone hoping for a glimpse of Reynolds in costume. But caught up in all that excitement was one man who apparently wasn't supposed to be part of the script, paparazzo Richard Fedek. Now, that's where it gets messy. Because according to the explosive claim going around, Reynolds allegedly sent a letter to city officials with a flattering little line, "I could film anywhere, but I chose you."
So by doing this, they did exactly the opposite of what they were trying to do. They were trying to silence people. Instead, she filed her motion to quash, and it's just so funny. As I said, they're stealing our time. They're putting a lot of emotional stress on us. And I saw a video that Paris Hilton had posted yesterday, and he was being very serious for once. And a number of other Wayfair defendants, and we are simply seeking information to aid our fact gathering.
Sounds sweet, right? Except instead of just asking for permits and street closures like every other production, this letter allegedly came with a big fat $sign and an unspoken condition: make sure one specific photographer stopped being a problem. When you hear that, it stops sounding like hometown love and starts sounding like a business proposal with clause. It's almost like Vancouver was being courted the way Hollywood romances get pitched: fun dates, lots of compliments, except this prenup came with a hit list. Instead of protecting assets, the rumor was it'd weaponize them against Fedek. Imagine your local cops, who should be dealing with real crimes, suddenly acting more like a celebrity's private security detail. The phrase personal hit squad sounds dramatic, but if this allegation has any truth, that's kind of the image it paints. Now, in the film industry, money talks. Cities compete for productions like it's the Olympics, offering tax breaks, infrastructure deals, even subsidies for hotel stays. That's standard economic incentive stuff. But those incentives are supposed to boost the local economy, not target an individual citizen. What's being alleged here isn't just playing the game, it's bending the rules in a way that benefits one person's grudge.
Ads on all her videos. Today, I saw that Us Weekly actually has picked up this story. Fact gathering. This is fact gathering, going after all our personal information. And the thing is, by them so these subpoenas haven't silenced anyone, they just exposed everything. And now what they're proving is that, and they're all amazing. And I think bottom line is now Justin Baldoni gets even more evidence towards Blake Lively.
And if that happened, it raises a bigger question: how far will a celebrity go to control their public image? And here's the kicker: Reynolds later shared a big, dramatic story about being chased through Vancouver by this same paparazzo. You can picture it, the actor ducking into backstreets, cars weaving in traffic, all the adrenaline of a chase scene on screen. But there's a snag in that narrative. Critics pointed out that travel records didn't seem to put Reynolds in Vancouver during the dates the so-called chase took place. If those records are accurate, it doesn't just weaken the dangerous villain paparazzi story, it makes it look like that scene might have been invented for dramatic effect. Think about it, if the city council hears a story about a local man harassing a hometown hero, they might be more willing to act.
She said if anyone paid her whatsoever, indirectly or directly, it's Ryan Reynolds for putting his Mint Mobile. I mean, a lot of these people who have actually filed now are doing that by themselves, pro se, which is amazing. I'm not able to do that. I don't have the means to do that. I don't have a legal background. Fact gathering here, they're forcing us into federal court. They're forcing us to hire expensive lawyers to defend ourselves. Everyone is standing up against this. Every creator is filing another bombshell in their docket.
And if that story also comes with a $37.5 million cherry on top, well, that's a tough combination to say no to. But if the chase never happened as described, then the entire justification for extra police attention on FedEx starts to crumble. Those travel logs allegedly put Reynolds hundreds of miles away while this dangerous-sounding pursuit was supposed to be going down. That's not a small detail. It's the kind of thing that makes you wonder what else in the story might not line up. The way these dots connect, or don't, starts to look less like a legal dispute and more like a script rewrite.
They have underestimated us so badly. They've gone after completely innocent people. It's just proving. But a lot of them have done really well, which I just really applaud. I think these women that's done it so far are just freaking amazing. I mean, it's so amazing. Like yesterday, I spoke about how Cassidy O'Connell, one of the content creators.
And in Hollywood, rewriting the script is often where the real drama begins. The money might be eye-popping, but it's not actually the most shocking part once you look closer. It's what happened next, how lawyers, PR teams, and carefully placed headlines shaped the fallout that turns this from a skirmish over filming rights into something bigger. And that's where the real twist comes in, because once the legal and publicity machines get involved, the